all you Splinterheads. Welcome back. Thanks for dropping by. This is Bronze Dragon saying, hey, if you've hit that like and subscribe button already, thanks a lot. It does help me out. If you haven't yet, what's holding you up? Anyway, let's get on with the program. Today is kind of like a secondary step from my last video as far as the whole idea of land surfing and what was brought up. And if you haven't watched that, I'll leave the link in my show notes. So go back and watch that first one. This may make more sense to you. Also, you can go back and reference, there are other YouTubers covering the same topic. So anyway, I had a few more ideas. And I guess my main idea is around the whole thing about with land surfing, if it gets put into place, the whole quote unquote business opportunity of buying up random cheap lands. And I guess from this idea perspective, it doesn't matter where they're at. And just let other people farm them for you. If you can find a good deal on the land and you just leave it out there and let people farm it for you, you don't really stand to lose anything other than the upfront purchase price, which hopefully you would make back within, it would ROI within a while, within a short while. But then that got me thinking, especially right up front, if the cheap land did not necessarily have building on a box, people would have to come in and clear your land and help build a building, and they wouldn't, I guess, necessarily be making anything at that time. I guess my whole point is, my way of thinking is, to get this up and running, you would have to really buy the land for cheap, go in with a set of cards that you're staking. Then you would have to clear that land and you would have to build the initial building, and then take your set of set of cards and move on to the next land, or arrange it so you're using cards, you're unstaking them, you're using to clear other land and move forward. And then after you have the initial set of clearing done, building built, then you can free it up and let other people farm. I'm really thinking from the other side of the fence. If I'm staking cards on a land, I'm not really going to pick a land where I have to go and clear and I'm not making anything on that. I'm paying food to have to clear somebody else's land. And, there are probably some other variables I'm not thinking about it, but I just wanted to kind of sow this seed in your mind, because even with that said, I like the whole idea, because it brings to light a different kind of way to play the game. I don't want to say business opportunity, but you know what I mean. It's just a different way to play the game. Buy some random cheap lands to keep them from going fallow and being not used. Build them up initially, clear and build the building, and then free them up. Use those cards you staked on that land on another land to go ahead and do the same thing, and you do a rotation there, and then free up the land and people can stake or whatever. So I mean, that's just another idea. What do you think? Leave your comments. If I'm missing any, I'm sure I'm missing some peripheral items around that, because obviously when somebody stakes cards, they're going to have to pay food for those cards, and then when they do a claim, it would claim, and then that's another idea. That's another question, because they've talked about this in the white paper, that when you do a claim, you can do it on a land by land basis, or you can do a whole region basis at a time. So if a person does a claim and they are farming your land Yeah, so there's a lot of questions there. Anyway, you know what I mean. Leave your comments in the comment section. The second part of this video, other than kind of sowing that seed, that idea, which I've had, I'm sure a lot of other people have had that same idea, but it's worth talking about. We got some packs to open, or some Gladius cases. And I wanted to get those open so I could use them on the current season, and I've got a Chaos pack, so let's go ahead and open that and see what I've got. Cross my fingers. I haven't opened a Chaos pack in quite a while. Standard pack. I just bought a gold foil hardy stonefish for one of my lands to stake. Gold foil cruel cephalopod, and the rare is Murdali Guardian. Very good. Good card. If you're just starting out, slap a Murdali Guardian in your hand whenever you're playing a low mana water. It can usually help out. Okay, so let's do Gladius case. I should have just opened them all to shorten. Standard pack. Yeah, kind of standard. Let's just open them all three at the same time, because I also have some to open on my other account. Okay. Looks like I got a little bit better than standard. I got 4 rares. Yeah, it's kind of average. Nothing exciting. Let's go ahead and log into my secondary account. This is where I can really use some decent Gladius pulls. Well, let's go ahead and just do multiple. One other thing this kind of brought to mind, since on my secondary account I have sound effects enabled. On my primary accounts I've had them off for quite a while. I've been pleasantly surprised with the music scores and various sound effects they've been adding lately to the game, so kudos. Let's see what we got here. Nice! That is exactly what I wanted for this account. I needed a Quora. Nice. And an Edith. So these cards will definitely help my play on this account. So anyway, with that said, thanks for dropping by. This has been Bronze Dragon. I hope that everyone on your side is happy and healthy. Please leave your comments what you think about this whole land surfing idea. And if there's something I have kind of missed, I know there's tons of stuff in the peripheral around this whole idea. Go ahead and leave them in the comments. We'll talk about them. Thanks. Have a good day.